Hello, how are you? Welcome to this channel where we share teachings about spirituality, non-duality, meditations, yoga meditations, and a bunch of beautiful stuff. So today we're gonna talk a bit more on karma because I made a video a few days ago that I said on this video that karma doesn't affect consciousness, that karma doesn't exist on our essence. And I said on this video that this perspective is true, but is one of the perspectives. There is also the other perspective where karma is real and karma is affecting and dictating our life. So like Ramana Maharshi, he say two things and they are very different. He say on one time that if there is not a me, there is no karma. And he also says that even though you can dissipate karma, the karma will still continue to grow without a never-ending process. But in the same time that he says these things, that we should find the root of karma and dissipate the root, that is the personal I. He also says that karma is the will of God and that karma is affecting our lives. And he says that what is supposed to happen to the persons will happen, doesn't matter what. And also even Carl Jung, the psychologist Carl Jung, he says that while we are ignoring the teachings that the universe is bringing to us, the universe will continue to bring us the same situations or different situations, but always to teach us the lessons that we need to learn. So while we are living on this separate being, on this separate identity, this entity, this ego mind, this ego body mind, we still need to learn things and we are still creating karma. And karma is like a tool of the divine. That's an important thing that I want to share today, and that's the main topic of this talk today, that karma is a tool of the divine, is a tool that is here to try to make us to grow and to develop, but the main reason of karma is to make us to awaken to who we really are. But we live in so much ignorance and we live in so much we are sleeping so much, and our society is living with so much fight and war and unconsciousness that we need the law of karma to try to help us as individual and also as a collective to grow and to develop, because there is so little persons that are really awakened and is not creating karma anymore. There is so little, I don't know if the word is so little, but there is not much persons that are really awakened, even though we see like this explosion of spiritual things happening around the world. Even though there is still a lot of ego, even on the spiritual world, we still need to awaken to the true consciousness that we are. We can be living on a spiritual world for like 20 years and never realize that we are this pure being. We can just lose our time and create another identities in our mind and don't never realize that we are this consciousness. And that's a very surprising thing to me that a person can enter the spiritual life and be there for like 10, 20 years and never see who they really are and just create another identity like a spiritual ego. And that's very strange thing to me, because the main teaching and the object, the goal of spirituality is to dissolve this identity, this false I, and to realize the true I that we are. So for me, it's a very strange thing. But while we are living on this illusion of this I, this small I, let's say like that, I am this, I am that, while we don't awaken to the true I, we still need karma, because karma is here to teach us, to teach us and to make us better human beings or better society. And we need that, because when you see our world, there is so much fight, there is so much war, there is so much poverty, there is so much persons that are hungry, that they don't have food or even clothes sometimes. I participate here on work with indigenous tribes around São Paulo, and sometimes they don't have food, they don't have clothes for the winter. So we need this law of karma to fix the society and to try to fix this ego to be like a more healthy ego. I could say like that. I know that the ego will never be 100% healthy, but it's better, like I remember the Ashanti says that, it's better a healthy ego than an unhealthy ego. So we can be a healthy ego, and that's okay, that's already good. And that's where it enters the law of karma. The law of karma, it's here in response, to our unconsciousness, to help us to awaken to who we really are. And that's a path. I'm sure that you see in your life that it happens so much things in your life that they happen to make you awaken, to make you a better person, right? So this is karma. Karma also, when we make bad things, they will also respond on our inner life and outer life. So everything that we do, the good things and the bad things, they always gonna respond on our life. And while we are living on this separate identity, the ego, we are always gonna be creating good karma or bad karma. Doesn't matter. Always. And the good karma, it's gonna help us to grow more, but it's gonna have a time, we're gonna arrive someday perhaps, or not, or never. We're gonna arrive on a time where we need to find the root cause of karma, of suffering. And there it comes the moment that we need to realize the consciousness that we are, and not only realize the awareness that we are, but we also need to learn to live on this place. Not just 30% of our day, or 50% of our day, or 90% of our day. We need to live on this awareness. I'm not going to say 100% of our days, because perhaps that's too much, but perhaps 99% of our day. And I know that this is a sadhana, like Rupert Spira Kaus and Francis Lucille Kaus. It's a sadhana after Enlightenment. It's a sadhana that even though you awaken to your pure being, you still need to learn to live our daily lives as this pure being, and also this body, mind, still have so much stain of the separate identity. Because think with me, for 20 years or 30, your body mind always served your name, your story, your separate entity. So even though you can awaken to the pure being, our body mind still didn't awaken 100%, perhaps awaken like 20%. So we need to start this work of purifying our body mind from the remanences, I need to see this word later in English, of this separate being. And that's a sadhana after enlightenment, that it happens through our lives. Okay? So remember that karma is not here to do bad things for us, or it's to make us pay for our sins. Karma is really here to help humanity to find their source, the true source, but also to learn with their mistakes. Because, like I said before, we do so much mistakes every day. Me, you, our family, our friends, our society, and we need to learn with these mistakes. We need to grow the areas of ourselves that we see that we still need to grow. Let's say you have this feeling of hate for other persons or for a person in your life. So karma will work to help you to dissolve this hate. But there it comes that while you are on your separate being, you're always gonna be on this mix of hating and loving. So even though you can cure this hate for this person, perhaps it will come another time in your life where you hate another person. So that's why the teachings, they say that we need to awaken to our true being, where the hate is not going to grow anymore. Our consciousness, our true being, our true nature doesn't have this hate, doesn't have this jealous, these bad feelings that our animal nature has. I'm calling animal nature because that's what is called on the Bible. Okay, the Bible, it says that we have two parts of ourselves, the spirit part and the animal part, the flesh. And our flesh, we can try to cure the flesh, but the flesh is always gonna create more karma. So that's why it's important we receive the karma and we grow, we awaken, we use the karma for our development, but never forget that you also need to find the root cause of karma, that is the separate being, and awaken from this separate being. But welcome the karma, welcome the teachings that the universe is giving to you. Like we do so much mistakes in our relationships, our love relationships with our family, with our friends, in our work. So life, God give us these teachings, like these karmas, to help us to grow on these areas. And that's a very important thing. And we need to receive these karmas as blessings, so we can purify our ego. Okay, so karma is here to purify our ego. But remember, purifying your ego is not the same thing as awakening from the ego and seeing that you are not him. So even though we can purify our ego, while we are living on our ego, we're always gonna create more karma. So that's why I made the other video. You can see, if you didn't saw, about that the karma doesn't affect awareness or true nature. Our consciousness doesn't have processes. What have the processes is the ego. This humanity has so much processes to grow, to develop, to cure. Okay? So that's one thing that I wanted to share for you guys. I'm sorry for my English. I'm still practicing my English here. My main language is Portuguese. And I want to start to share more things in English, and that's like it's something that I'm trying to, how can I say, I forgot the word in English. It's like oh my God, I forgot the word. It's like a mission. It's not this word. It's like a challenge. I remember the word now. It's a challenge for myself to speak in English, but it's a beautiful process to do that. It's beautiful, and I'm not afraid of saying mistakes, because if someone judge me, it's their problem, not mine. And we don't need to speak a perfect English or a perfect Portuguese or a perfect language. We just need to speak from our hearts. So even though I'm speaking here a poor English, I'm speaking from my heart. And that's the most important thing here. Okay? So thank you very much. If you like this video, give a like. If you want to share something, you can share. I can answer for you as well. If you have another topic that you would like to suggest for me, it's very welcome. Okay? So I see you next time, and enjoy yourself.